The mighty Aldeth fell run the
Congenial.
I don't know that word. You don't have to explain it. I'll figure it out later.
Congenial,
Just means, like,
of a
pleasant.
person, pleasant because of a personality, qualities, or interests that are similar to one's own.
The opposite of Ildith.
That's
Yeah.
the joke.
That's the joke. Okay. Okay, I think I know where you are now. Actually, we're gonna go back in time. Eventually, you guys will get here. As you begin to explore and look around you, you first encountered the basic meeting hall where you discovered, and told everyone, "Hey, the drow attacked us last time. See, this is real." That's forgot about that episode. Anyways, you guys basically said to the other groups that didn't more or less believe you, or even though they do, hey, this is real. Do as much as possible while we go down there to be the first group to investigate and deal with the matter at hand. They said, yeah, sure, why not? Here's a whole bunch of people and some stuff to get down there. Davra Javar, his basic group is to lead you down there, and the rest of the squadrons are basically to help and assist you while along the way. And honestly, with your own group size, and I'm going to say rounded down, because I'm pretty sure it is rounded down, 5 people per each group, including Riel, a part of Lenvar Strahl's group, you are basically a pretty big group. If DMs had issues with 5 people in a group, imagine over 30.
This is a growing action economy.
Mm-hmm. But before you headed out, you went over to the shops and decided to maybe buy some things. Everyone went here, there, everywhere, but I'm going to give... Relta, I know you had to dip out a little bit earlier, which is fine. Obviously, you do you. Make sure you take care of yourself. And still, everyone, make sure you take care of yourselves. And Brack had to miss it, which, again, no problem. You do you. Life comes first. But I'm going to give you this opportunity regardless. Are you going to buy anything? You can say no. Or yes.
No. I don't need a shop for anything.
I need 2 vials of oil and some cloth.
Right. You go over to the more or less standard store. Inside, you do see a nice dwarven man, simply stating, 2 vials of oil, some cloth.
Yes, that's what I need.
Alright, do you need the entire blinking of the name? It's basically a bolt. Thank you, me. You're welcome, me. Do you want the entire bolt or just some of it?
I just need 2 strips of 5 inches or 733 millimeters. Yes.
Alright. He begins to unfurl some until it's basically 2 yardsticks of cloth. And then hands him over to you and the oil. Alright, that'd be around... honestly, 5 silver. It's not that expensive.
A tinderbox. I need a tinderbox. Yes.
Alright. Gets a box, puts it on then. An additional 2 copper.
Okay, sure. I give him 1 gold.
Gives you...
Keep the rest. And I just walk out the door.
Before he can give you change, you just walk out the box.
Yeah, as I pop open the lids of the oil valve, put the cloth in, close down the lids, put them in the side, put the tinderbox on the other, muzzles off. Okay.
We went to a straight up alchemist if you want to buy, like, alchemist fire.
No, that is fine.
I think he just want Molotov cocktails.
Yes. Molotov cocktails are nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they're going to do. We'll see in the near future.
Okay. Flash forwards. You begin to travel to Monteldareth without too much of an issue or concern, being that you have a lot of people with you, including a giant fighting robot, controlled currently by Toulouse, and she won the, honestly, very impressive match against him. He had a pretty good modifier. You just completely blew him out of the water. And then let him win the
Didn't
last
have
one.
any modifier. I had none.
Yeah, and I think he still got like 24, 22, and like the last one was like 15, and he just barely won.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Yeah.
have Bless and Bardic Inspiration?
Something of that nature. But while traveling with this massive party, you basically fought a few things here and there, gathered and created some meals, so the whole near-month expedition wasn't too much of an issue. Since you already have people there that know the area location and by and by can get you in without too much of an issue, you were easily able enough to access without expending too much problems. Wow, that's a weird sentence I just said there, but I said it anyways. While along the way, almost the last day before you reach Maltoldareth, you do encounter what appears to be... Well, you have yet to encounter them, but in the horizon, you do see a menagerie of goblins here and there, each definitively different, but not by token viewpoint, but each definitively different, around 15 of them, defined by 5 per token.
And we just like they're just obvious.
It's pretty obvious. Right now, they're just talking with each other in Goblin, which is their language. Pretty far away, but you do hear like a few things here and then when they basically yell things out. Is there anything
Oh,
more?
jeez. We have to go through these goblins.
Not really. You don't have to. Like, you can easily just avoid them.
Well, that's no fun.
That's true.
You want to talk with them and exchange recipes?
Yeah, pretty much, I guess. All right. Maybe you guys
Build a
like
bunch
hang
of
back
things.
just a little bit. Maybe if I like tell you to do something, do it. They'll probably be impressed. I'm not going to tell you to gouge your eye out or anything. Just like sit down.
Good, because I can only do that a maximum of twice.
The gods saw fit to give me a spare.
Certainly true.
All right. All right. If you guys want to come with, I'm thinking hordes of Sunlanders. Maybe hang back even further. It's probably gonna make them jumpy.
Yeah, all right. We'll be back here. Another group. Sure, why not? We're not in a rush to go and explore with goblins here and there. Another group. Yeah, whatever. The menagerie of, I don't know, man, like 25 people.
It's
Hang
like
back.
lazy I wanted to say acquisitions, but it's dang it, acquiescence. Brain. Anywho, let's
Wow.
go talk to some goblins.
Oh, she is not that close. Boom.
Cool.
Okay. As people are hanging back, Gothos, do you go with anyone else? You did say you're like half people hanging back. But do you go with like anyone else as maybe backup or I don't know, for show?
Oh yeah, if anyone wants to get closer, for sure.
I never pass up a challenge.
I keep selecting Toulouse's huge dude. I can't not do it.
I cannot undo it.
There, okay.
I'm gonna take him away from you.
You are not allowed to have. Oh.
So then yeah, Gothos will probably go up like bold as fucking brass.
I'm hanging
Resplendent.
back. I'm on the giant thing. I don't want to startle them.
Yeah, I'll hold back as well.
All right. As you begin to hold back, most of you, except for Kobo, Bract, and Gothos, you do see, in the horizon line. Some of them do peg you here and there. Sorry, not peg. That's weird. Clock you is an actual term. And then
same thing.
some, yeah, pretty much. But I meant clock, which when I state that, it'll make sense. They begin to do hand gestures, almost in an organized military position, and then a first battalion of them move forwards, and the other two groups hang back in more or less 10 feet behind them. One of the 5 people group moving towards you does move forwards as if the leader, and then states in Goblin to you, Gothos, because they're not sure if Kobo or Bract understands. Forgot how Goblin sounded like. I think it was just the same.
Walk in here. No.
I forgot what I used for that Goblin town. Doesn't matter. Semantics. Goblin looks towards you and simply does state, "What are you doing here? It's not time to bring in sacrifices."
Yeah, that's definitely not why I'm here.
Another goblin simply states, "I mean, yeah, you're like one of the runs, right? With the spiders and stuff?"
Sure. What's your name and rank, soldier?
Gothos, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Roll to persuade.
That's pretty good. And unfortunately, this guy's pretty dumb. As you begin to persuade the man, he simply states, "Huh? Oh yeah, we have one of those. Troop Battalion Grok, Troop Leader, Margra.
Grok McGraw?
Margra?
Magra.
You know, like my rock, but shortened down because that's a long name and people aren't that smart to learn it, so it's my rock."
Yeah, who's got time for that stuff? Anyway, you should probably let me talk to him.
Okay. Another goblin comes forwards from another group and standing before you, not that big. Unfortunately,
Holy mama.
without a grid, they just become that big.
That's funny.
Standing before you is a more or less, it is a goblin, but one with fairly visible magical properties. When they step forwards, he does state, "What do you want?"
Can I tell if it's magical properties or if it's like clerical style?
It looks shiny. You can go ahead and maybe roll Arcana or Perception to find out.
Arcana or perception?
Kobo or Bract, you can do the same thing.
You know what? I'm gonna use my magical awareness.
Giant.
Am I aware of any magic?
Actually,
You
shit, I'm aware.
clock Gothos, Kobo, half of the group behind you. Half of the group behind you, yeah. And this one singular goblin. The rest of the groups, men don't seem to have anyone else that can cast magic. Just this one dude.
Okay.
Kobo and Gothos, same thing. It does seem to be magical properties rather than like clerical power or anything of that nature. That's not to say that they don't have some type of clerical ability, but right now they're just showing off that they can use magic and they look cool.
Yeah. And Gothos will spark up his he's got a thaumaturgy earring, doesn't he? So he's gonna
Pretty
make his
sure.
eyes glow. I'm pretty sure. So he can make his eyes glow. So he'll do that to be like, yeah, okay. Game recognized game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you rolled a pretty good persuasion. So when he takes note of that and goes, so why are you bringing the sacrifices here early?
Yeah, not bringing the sacrifices, pal. Kind of the opposite of that, actually.
What,
Sort
are
of
they
thing you might-
joining? If they're joining, they have to go speak with the big spider boss.
Oh, you guys are in that. Okay. Who's the big spider boss then? Who do we got to talk to?
Arachni. You know.
Oh yeah, you know I'm bad.
I mean,
with
you
names.
should.
Yeah. I mean, the only spider I really know is Tannhauser here.
Tannhauser clicking, clattering. Inside your mind, you just hear I remember what Tannhauser sounds like. To me, you just hear Tannhauser in your mind after everyone else just hears clicking, clattering. Master, what shall we do? It does seem that they want blood. Shall we deliver it, but their own?
Just kind of pat her on the head for a moment. You know, telepathically, like all things in time.
As you pat, everyone else just hears clicking, clattering. But it's more or less a spider purr. I can't do a spider purr, so it just sounds like that. But the goblin, Macra, then simply states, look, if they want to speak with Arachna, go ahead and speak with them. They're in the back. You just have to travel a day that way. Points towards cave system. If they're not, then fine. We can kill them right now and we can get our job done. Are you part of the scouts? Are you exploring? Or are you going to Montaldareth like the rest of them?
We are going to Montaldareth, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I can say that we are... Yeah, no, we're definitely going to Montaldareth. That is what is happening.
All right, then go ahead and go, I guess. I mean, if that's what your battalion's supposed to do. Oh, that makes sense why you're traveling with these guys now. You're probably going to go and sacrifice them with the drow. Yeah, all right.
Hey, so let me ask you a little question, actually. Do you ever get, I don't know, tired of, living under the yoke of somebody else? It was like, oh, go find sacrifices, go do that. I mean, it's so annoying. I mean, you
No,
get your
it's
powers.
pretty great.
Oh, you enjoy that, do you?
Yeah. I mean, our god, you know, the great big goblin god in the sky.
Have you ever
It's
seen the
Magubliet,
sky?
right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Magubliet.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've remembered.
Yep.
Magubliet, telling us to do things, kill or murder, pillage people, kill them, murder them again, and then revive them, and then kill them again. You know, that kind of torturous cycle. Totally into that. Another goblin behind him. Oh, yeah, man. We're so into that. Right now, we're going to go ahead and kill off this one orphan family we found. Well, they're not an orphan family. It's like 3 kids, now orphans, and eventually going to die. Yeah, like he said. This is all fantastic.
Oh, gee. That sounds like fun. Where might this orphan family be that we can do that with you?
Oh, you want to join? That's great. I'm pretty sure there's enough blood for war paint with the first kid. Yeah, follow me. And then begin to head towards a back cave system.
Oh, yeah, just let me make sure the sacrifices definitely aren't gonna escape or anything while we have fun. I'll be right back in 1 second.
All right. Rush back to team.
Okay, guys, I think we're gonna have to kill some goblins. Listen, I don't like it any more than you do. Everyone likes it more than me.
Rael does state, honestly, I don't like it any more than you do. So long as they're evil, that's one thing, but if you're just trying to murder goblins, that's problematic.
I'm really trying to not do that. They're gonna go kill some orphans.
Oh, yeah, never mind then. Totally worth dying.
Great traitor.
Okay, so get out of here. He is a race trader. Yeah, I might try some theatrics at first, a big speech or anything, but yeah, if they come at me, you guys just kill them.
All right, do you need help or anything? Looks towards Toulouse, Boom, Nom Nom, and the over 30 people behind her.
Yeah. Definitely. That's why I told you guys. If I was just gonna handle it on my own, why would I bother?
Yeah, all right. Just let me know when
How
we
many
need to
of
jump
these
in.
rules Are there?
In total, 5 per each, including boss. 15.
Oh wow.
You outnumber them by 2 to 1.
Question.
That's
but all
lowballing.
those, all those mercs that we have with us, they all have a bow, right?
They don't all have bows, but
Ah.
a lot of them do have like long range weapons. Some are like sword and shield types, but over half the group has
We might-
long range weapons.
We might not necessarily need bows. They're nice and clustered together. We just got to find out where the orphans are first.
I'm gonna go ahead and step behind Toulouse's friggin' giant robot buddy, and just make sure that I've got mage armor up and running.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'll kind of come back into view.
Up.
Stupid Magoobliette ruining the minds of a generation.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Alright. Boom, you go ahead and prepare your mage armor. Toulouse, you get on your giant mech's shoulder. Rael's more or less ready to kill some evil goblins to save some children. Or some orphans. You actually don't know if they're kids or not. They're just orphans.
No, you said there were
Or
three
they're just
children.
like some elderly people. It's like, no, yeah, their parents are dead.
Kobo, I might have, and that was my mistake. I wasn't trying to imply that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You said there were 3 children, but you implied that their parents were already killed.
that was
which
my
is
bad.
why they were orphans.
That's how the goblins would
Okay.
see it.
Okay.
Well,
You-
they're
you
gonna
did catch
die
me.
as orphans if they kill the parents first.
Yeah, you did catch me on something, but it was my mistake, and I apologize. That being said,
Oh, no problem.
rush back. Man, you only have Gothos' word on this, so he could be lying, but I don't know why he would.
If he is lying, then he is next, so I don't see the problem. It's just another goblin.
I don't know.
After killing 15 goblins, what's an extra one?
Yeah, exactly.
Toulouse is definitely seeing Gothos talk his way out of some goblin situations, and most of you were there at the village. I'm not like death to my own kind or
Yeah.
anything.
That's true.
That's
And,
another kind.
I mean, to begin with,
He's
when
the
we
first
started
orphan
this,
to goblin.
you technically had like 10 goblins ascend into not godhood, but become Asimar.
Yeah, because
Become
of my
angels.
proselytizing.
But
Gothos thinks he can do this,
neither here or there.
but he just has to go save some orphans first. Morality.
Once you return back, the boss, I'm gonna just call him MR because my rock is too long and my rock is kind of weird, so MR. MR, man, hopefully that's not a weird euphemism for anything. MR then looks towards you. All right, we good?
Yeah. No, they're not. They're not gonna try anything without me. Totally got him under my control.
All right. So you have mind powers too. That's pretty cool. Begins to walk into the cave system. It takes more or less a minute and a half, so he does begin to have conversation. Because you seem to be the only intellectual one other than himself here. Everyone else is more or less bumping into each other. So when he begins to speak with you with Kobo and Bract in the back, more or less, he does state, "So, who gave you your powers?"
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just definitely it's a celestial being. Actually, you might know them. Don't worry about it. Jovial arm bump.
Gothos, go ahead and roll deception. Because you know goblins don't do... Well, these type of goblins don't do jovial arm bumps. That's pretty good. Before you do the whole jovial arm bump, you go, "Yeah, Celestial, you don't know him." You just jab him in the gut. Because you remember, these people are pretty violent. And then he, like, basically is winded and then looks towards you. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, same with me. Goobliette and Oso, Arachne. Gave me some cool control mind thing. Even works on elves, and elves the whole smarmy marmy kind of thing too. So it's pretty cool when you control an elf and they are like so high and superior to you.
Oh yeah, man, that's a big one.
Yeah.
I mean, so look at me. I'm so tall. Look, our ears are the same. Our faces are basically the same. So
Yeah, we're just shorter and hotter,
Yeah, exactly.
more
the same.
attractive.
Yeah.
Eventually, you guys do
Better
get to.
teeth.
I don't know about that. They do know that they have pretty bad teeth. They think they're hotter. Maybe some of them. Not this guy, though. As you eventually get to the cave system where the orphans are at, as you enter inside, you do... Kobo, you did catch me on this. 3 elderly, more or less looking humanoid people. When you peer inside, does anyone have dark vision? I'm assuming all of you do.
I do.
Yep.
I think Kobo doesn't, but he got glasses from what I remember.
Goggles of night.
Yeah, goggles of the night. You do see...
I have 120 feet of dark vision. Thank you very much.
You do see 3 huddled, gray-scaled, because it doesn't give you color, people inside of cave system. Inside, you see 2 dwarves and a halfling. They are more or less children height, but not children builds. From what you can tell, they are all elderly. And then MR does look towards you and say, yeah, we found them traveling down here. Apparently they're trying to get up back to the surface. We're going to let that happen. So we killed their taller parents.
Oh, geez, that's just textbook stuff. They're MR textbook stuff.
Yeah, if they don't know what they're doing, they're just going to die here. Or we're going to kill them, which honestly, it's better. Because then we get more strength. That's how I got my whole, then does the whole glowy thing around himself again. This cool thing. Kill more people, get more rewards.
Can I do like a religion check on Arachne or whatever?
Yeah, go for it. From what you can tell, Arachne is not a god or a deity. It's more of a demi-creature. By demi-creature, I don't mean like it's not a monster or a humanoid. It's more of a sense of you're not entirely sure if that's a real thing. You've heard of Arachne, you heard of, the drow spider goddess, technically. While it does seem to have language parts that indicate a potential connection to a religion or a symbolic creature, it doesn't seem to be anyone of note, religious-wise. If you had to guess, someone tricked them into believing that they were like some higher deity thing, and they're just going along with it because they get stuff out of it.
Okay.
Oh, so they're not that smart.
I just want to... What is my next move?
Before your next move, he does take out a knife. Doesn't like go out to charge them, but he is like taking out his knife to carve and make it rougher and jaggedly. He's not sharpening it. He is taking like a rock, but not one to sharpen, like a jagged rock, and beginning to make more edges and breaks in the blade that he's going to use. A swordsman he is not. So, you want to take the first one, or should I? Or you want to kill one of yours first?
I
No,
would like to
I-
make an inside check of what is going on here.
Yeah, all you're seeing is like 2 goblins speaking to each other. This one looking towards those 3 people, and then look up towards you, and then maybe Kobo. Go ahead and roll insight.
Okay.
I don't understand a word.
It's hard to tell, but
thank
it
goodness.
does feel like they're threatening you without you necessarily understanding their words.
Well, apparently I still have it on advantage. Okay.
I mean, in 20 is still a 20.
No.
Okay, so I think my play is I'm gonna. Yeah, no, I'll definitely go first. Here, hold this for me, will you? And I'm gonna hand him 3 lengths of big, heavy brass chains.
Yeah, okay. He just you just toss him over and he grabs onto him. All right.
And then I attack him.
All right. Go ahead and attack with advantage. Everyone else, go ahead and roll turn order.
Okay. I did not see this coming.
I couldn't understand a word. I was just waiting for Gothos to attack or give me the signal.
I assume a 26 is gonna hit him. I'll throw in a divine smite because of course.
Okay, don't forget you roll your initiative. Kobo. Not Kobo, sorry. Athos.
Yeah. I'll keep myself. Good thing I got a sneak attack.
Make attack.
Okay. For some reason, it didn't pop up Kobo, so I will manually input it. I'm gonna round it up to 7.
And Gothos will shout as he attacks this guy in common.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can shout in any language unless you're giving a message with the shout. I'm pretty sure people can understand yelling.
No, I'm going to shout a message.
Okay, there you go.
Shout, okay, yeah, this guy is like has him in mind thrall. He's the big brain boy.
Okay, so this guy.
Good name for him. Man, you guys definitely do have a turn order control. He rolled okay, but not that great. Group 1, 11. Group 2, that's 7. And group 3. Oh! That's pretty good.
You said, but the warlock is second in initiative. Oh no, third.
Third.
Most of them get to act before we do, so that's good, I think.
Yeah. Gothos still gets to attack first, though. Gothos, as you shoot and 26 does hit, are you shooting that dude or one of the clustered groups?
No, I'm attacking the guy that I just handed the big heavy chains to.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage, because 26 does hit.
Yeah, I did. It's 8 plus 11.
Okay, cool. What would
Do I get my second attack on because I get 2 attacks per attack action? I don't know how
No.
sneak attacks work.
Honestly, you shouldn't
No.
have sneak attack turn order to begin with, but I like the thought and I like the idea, so I'm gonna give it to you.
Hey.
Because sneak turn or whatever you call it is not a thing anymore, which I recently discovered.
Really? No more surprise rounds.
Prize round, thank you.
Well, you can have this. You can be surprised.
You can have the surprise initiative,
Well,
but
like
there is no round
if-
before actual combat starts.
okay, but if you initiate a combat by attacking someone,
Yeah.
anyway,
Someone can still be surprised. You just don't have a turn before anyone else gets to go, which is weird.
That's-
Well, not weird, but obviously whatever.
well, it kind of makes sense because it's like, what are they going to stand there for a full 6 seconds while there's like, my face?
Yeah. Okay.
Now I attack.
Boom! You are good to go. And I think I found goblin fighting music. I don't know. It's been a while.
Apparently, that we don't fight enough goblins.
So I guess 2 questions. Question number 1 is, so are we actually just attacking the leader or just trying to go after everybody indiscriminately?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Just kill the leader. If they still fight, then we'll knock some sense into them as well.
He's controlling them. Hack smash.
Yeah, that is what Gothos said. So he's controlling them. So why would we not believe our little friend?
Then question number 2 is, what kind of positioning are we dealing with here?
You
as far as
can.
the enemies.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. Cave. You can definitely get into the cave in this round. This way. Old people, orphans. That's a terrible arrow.
I didn't want to say
The
it.
old fins? No.
So how far are we, or those of us?
You can
back,
get
how
there in
far
your
are we away
movement
from the
speed.
goblin?
I am not gonna be that mean.
Takes you 3 turns to get there.
Even worse. Arrow.
Alright, that's an action. Okay, what am I gonna do then?
I'll make the cave system a little wider.
Oh, well, first thing was control of my mouse. Alright, check one other thing here. Yeah, you can really tell I got high initiative. I don't know what to do with it.
Oh.
Alright, that's a bonus action. Sure. I guess I'll go ahead and, summon up 2 Shadow Blades. So let's burn a bonus action on that.
Mhm.
And then, I'm gonna go ahead and rush up to the sky, making sure to avoid any other goblins in the meantime.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and hack at them with both of the. Well, actually, I take it back. First, I'm going to hack at him with one using Booming Blade. So let's see. And I only spent the level 2 slot. I probably should have done a 3, but whatever. All right, so I'm going to roll an attack on the Shadow Blade, which
Just hit.
that hits. All right, so so it does that. Plus, it's also going to do. Oh, damn it! Oh, how did I? I've already forgotten. That was a 2d8 damage now.
Mm-hmm.
No, a 5th. And then at 11 it goes. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just an extra d8. So I'll roll that d8 for the Booming Blade. So that's 11 for the first attack.
All
And
right.
I'll go ahead and.
He's still alive, unfortunately.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and swing the other attack, which looks like it probably missed.
Unfortunately. You just
And,
you're. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Go for it.
Oh, well, I was just going to say after that, I'm going to go ahead and retreat back to where I was using feline agility.
Nice. I'm assuming it doesn't cost a bonus action or anything else. It's just something you can do.
Just racial feature, just triggers.
Cool. All right. You rush over as Gothos just shouts out, "Hey guys, the goblins are the bad guys!" Slash. Boom! You rush over, slash, but second one misses, and then you bounce back, making sure they're not able to attack you on their go. The first battalion of goblins begin to rush over straight towards Gothos and Kobo. And I'm gonna split the attacks in half because they are not technically savvy. So I'm gonna say evens, Gothos gets 3 attacks. Odds, Kobo gets 3 attacks. Does anyone remember who I chose for who? I think Kobo was odds.
I get. I was
so. My mind didn't blink after
That's
the
how
roll.
you do things. You do evens, then odds, and you said Gothos, then Kobo.
Yeah. But for some reason, my mind went blank. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I don't think anyone hit. And I think only one hit. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first 3 battalion heading towards Gothos got a 4, a 6, and a 12, so none of them hit. With Kobo, they got a 10 and an 18. I'm assuming 10 doesn't hit, but does 18 hit?
Yes, it is.
Okay. They all bring out like
Until I shield.
What's that?
Until I shield.
Are you shielding, or are you just saying until I shield?
I'm gonna go ahead and shield it.
Okay.
Just to make it
They all
easy.
bring out like jagged daggers that will probably break once they actually stab you. Not wanting to get tetanus, you cast shield and it just rebuffs, and it shatters along your magical shield, which is more or less, it's not important, but it is dangerous to have a sharp instrument just break inside of your body. So maybe a good call. The magical dude, whose name you may or may not remember, but I call him MR now, looks towards you, Gothos, after just blatantly trying to stab him. He goes, "What? Oh, you're trying to usurp me! Oh, I get it. Not gonna happen though." Immediately tries to cast Fireball behind Gothos, Racked, and Kobo.
Oh,
I saw
no.
his token move. Did he actually take a step or anything?
No, he's just basically. I'm just basically making sure he can be seen. He's still like within the parameters of Gothos potentially stabbing him. But yeah. Attempts to cast Fireball. 5, 4.
Counter
Great.
spell.
Boom, how far away did you go?
30.
Actually, back to my original spot. Hold on. Let me
Back to
see
your
what
original
the,
spot, you'd be outside of the cave. You can stay within range of counterspell.
Well, my movement would have been, I think, 40, so 40 each way, but counterspell's range is 60, so...
Yeah, you can still
Yeah,
counterspell.
it would have been...
Unfortunately, he didn't upcast this, so it automatically works. You just cast counterspell, and he goes, "Ah, not gonna happen!" And then nothing happens for him. Oh, this is embarrassing. I swear, this doesn't happen at all, ever. Takes out his rusty dagger and goes to try to shank Gothos. His modifier is a little bit better, but not by much. Still pretty good, though. Only got a 15, though.
Not good enough.
Team NPC antidote. This entire group takes their entire turn to get to you guys.
Again, mind controlled.
Team
Red arm.
NPC Rail. This battalion of people take their entire turn to get to you guys. I'll give Rail an attack. Totally down to kill some evil people. She comes in, rushing towards you guys. "I heard there was order!" And then notices the 3 old people. I mean, I suppose that technically qualifies. I'm pretty sure... You know what? Not gonna finish that sentence. I don't know why I gave her that kind of cadenced voice. Whatever. I'm dealing with 30 NPCs here. It goes to stab.
Yeah.
Let's stab.
Stabs. 1d8 plus modifier plus 7. Just shanks this goblin, and finally this guy is bloodied. Takes a half step back. Dramatically. "What? Oh, so you're a liar!" Look towards Gothos. "Got it. Men, kill all of them. No sacrifices today, but you can eat the flesh if you want." A lot of them go, "Hooray!"
Hooray! But
5 goblins go around both Kobo and Gothos, but not far enough away to get opportunity attacks. Sorry, Brack, because you're the bigger, goblins would probably attack you. But I'm going to go ahead and give you the odds. By odds, they attack you most. Wire evens most. Wire will potentially get hit with 3 attacks, but they only have a +4, which is fine. Bracked, I'm pretty sure none of those hit you. 1, 2, 3. And only 1 hits Wire. It goes in for a stabby stab. They shank into her abdomen, and then when they go to retract their blade, it basically breaks inside her, which is a problem. Because every round on her turn, she takes an additional 1d6 at the start until she gets medical treatment. Toulouse.
My turn. I'm gonna go ahead and throw daggers at some of these goblins and stuff. And then what is he doing?
All right, just make sure you don't hit Gothos.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw it at these ones.
Yeah.
The ones that are closest to me. And I'm trying to see what. Sorry, I should have been looking at this the whole time, but I was just listening to you guys go.
I'll mark them with radioactive symbols. I'm pretty sure that's not the radioactive symbol.
I'm gonna jump off of my armor guy and have him go attack them too.
All right.
So let me throw a dagger at him. Let me throw my gold dagger.
Be careful, they have enriched uranium daggers.
You mean depleted?
Thankfully enough, the group of goblins have a very bad AC, so 10 does hit.
Oh wow, okay, good. Go ahead and roll damage.
You rush over.
Do I
Go
get
ahead.
Do I get sneak attack on
Yes,
that?
because there is 10 of your team there.
Okay.
You shoot out a few daggers, and one of them shoots inside of one of the goblins, and they go down hard. One of the 4 remaining goblins in that group looks down and goes, "Tom, no! You were supposed to be my best man!"
Oh no. And dagger number 2.
You
That does
done?
hit.
Was he at the wedding?
Tom,
Oh.
Dick, and Harry.
It's not that bad. You go and shake that guy that said that, and he goes, looks towards you. Why?
And then I send the goblin guy after him. Throw me my Iron Man. I'll get off of him. And off of him, I'll send him forward to go do. What is he? Just this.
He punches very hard.
Yeah. I was gonna
Twice.
say he just punches, huh? I'm looking at it, but what is that? What do I roll for his damage?
It should be on there. I could be wrong, though.
I'm just silly. It's a hit. No, that's his hit points. Wait, is that right? No.
Fist, melee attack, plus 7 to hit, reach 5, so I have to be next to them. On a hit, 2d6 plus 4.
Or what do I roll for his
A d20 plus 7.
d20 plus 7? I'm writing it down. d20 plus 7. Okay.
Very strong fighting robot.
It's 2 of these, right? Let me copy it. Roll a d20 plus 7.
That does hit.
I'm gonna roll again for his other hit.
Yeah, those two super hit.
Okay, and then I roll a 2d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
I forgot to push everything right. I pushed it all wrong. Slash roll 2d6 plus 4. Copy.
Oh yeah, that super hits. Yeah, you just go in. The goblin that yelled out Tom looks up and then smash straight into the ground. Another goblin looks down. Jeremy, you were supposed to be my best man. Smash! Sink that other goblin into the ground. Only 2 remaining goblins in that entire group. One of the 2 remaining just states out loud, "Oh, who's gonna be my best man?" Second goblin looks towards him, simply states, "Don't worry, we'll find out the goblins. And then we'll be best men at the..." Oh, man, what did I have down here? All right, I forgot that's what they're gonna be best men at for. Don't worry, we'll find other goblins, and then we can all be best men at the sacrifice eating ritual. Yeah, okay. It was not a wedding. They're just bad people.
Oh my god.
You don't have to feel bad.
Okay, cool.
Anything
Knock
else?
them
Liz?
all out.
Okay.
I think that's all I can do. I
think
did
so.
2 attacks with my daggers and 2 attacks with him. Yeah, I'm good.
Bract.
Man, all the things we keep hearing, and the only thing I hear.
Yeah, all you honestly hear because Gothos and Slash are the only ones that speak Goblin, so all you hear is.
I have commune with languages, but I don't think I would have. Well, yeah, I probably would have used it.
Yeah, you
but-
can activate it before like you rushed in and before fighting started.
Commune with
Yeah.
languages. Yes. Okay.
Comprehend. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. It's comprehend languages.
I mean, it's
don't know
not
why I said
wrong, but
commune.
it's not the name of the spell.
Yeah, no,
It's
not at
because
all. I just
commune
made
with
up.
animals is the speak
Oh.
with animals spell.
Well, sorry,
No,
I'm in clear, happy morning mood. Okay. Well, I would like to rage, my dear sir.
All right.
What does the table
Jolly
say?
good
It
show.
says 5. Oh, what does this do again? 5. Onto the table of rage. Where's my wild search table? 5. Whenever you hit a creature with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage in addition.
Nice.
Your rage only applies to criticizing TV shows and movies.
Oh, I forgot to add that one to the list. Well, chugs. Okay, so 1 additional d6. Well, that is basically my giant mind. That's basically the same. And I am going to attack our dear esteemed friend recklessly
All right.
with my great sword. There we go again, man. Whee! Well, that's a crit.
Oh,
Yeah, those hit.
nice.
That is let me see. Wow, that's a lot of damage. 20, 31, 39 points of damage.
Well. safe to say we won't be
Well, I'll be
non-lethally
damned.
him.
He only had 21 health left. Bract, how do you bring him down?
Basically, I'm gonna hit him with the flat side of my great sword.
Okay.
As the greatsword hits him, the magic force will just bounce him straight into a wall.
Yeah.
And that's how he dies.
Okay, I was
Shattering
going to say
his spine
dying.
and neck.
Okay. You like bring down your hefty blade. It hits the ground with a loud clang. You just hear this goblin, not Gothos, other goblin man simply say, not taking that up because he might have just cussed you out. With a very large hit, you hit his skull. First off, fracturing it because there's no way around that. Forcing his body into the wall, and with a loud thud, crack, bang, he just hits the ground motionless, and he is not getting back up. You look down just in case, and thankfully enough, it wasn't Gothos. In your rage, you didn't accidentally kill the wrong goblin.
That would have been hilarious. Yes. So I am gonna turn around. You know what? No. I see the goblins in the distance. Are they still going after the people, or?
Hard to tell. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. They're still deciding.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to go after them.
Okay.
No attacks of opportunity from the ones that are hugging the golem.
No, they're more fearful of the golem right now.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna walk to the other side. Make sure that they don't get past me. And then I am gonna whack them also. Very hardly and very angrily. That's a 17 hit.
17 does hit.
Okay.
Murdering all my kinsmen.
So that is 19 points of damage.
They all come in with like rusty shivs and daggers, wanting to make a point. You bring your giant greatsword down, slashing 2 of them in half, and the remaining 3 just look up towards you. They say something you don't understand, maybe because of the rage, or maybe because it's a different language you do not speak.
Okay, well, then we will action surge, because that's the right thing to do. And then we will hit them again.
I mean, both of those hit.
That's 20 more.
Yeah, that's the rest of their health pool. When they more or less cuss you out, you go in for a hefty swing, bisecting the remaining 3. The old people behind you are currently cowering in fear.
How much movement did this actually use?
They're not moving. I just need to get the big red X on them.
Oh,
There we go.
how much I have like 10 feet left. I have not gotta get anywhere close to anything then. Okay. Oh, and that final attack is going to be a very angry growl in a general direction.
Okay. When you do that, this other goblin takes 5 points of damage, killing him again. Got this.
Killing him again.
Double did
Sometimes
it.
you have to be certain, right?
I mean, technically he takes damage on his turn, but he'd already died, so. Swinging a jump. Gothos, go for it.
Yeah.
Gothos will use his what's it called? Conquering Presence. And at this point, because people are murdering goblins left, right, and center, he's going to cast it on everybody within 30 feet.
You can use your channel divinity to exude a terrifying presence as an action to force each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, a creature becomes frightened of you for 1 minute. The frightened creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn, ending the effect. That does include your group.
Yeah. I can choose to make it not include my group, but they've been murdering lots of goblins.
I mean, still have you.
No, I have not. I murdered no one. I hit somebody with a shield in the face.
You attempted.
And when you said you shanked, scroll up. What weapon did I use? My shield.
The shield that can kill people?
But I didn't split it in half and stab them with the pointy bits.
You can still bludgeon someone to death, Gothos.
Yes, but that's the longest and most involved form of killing.
Yes.
I used the flat end of my greatsword. Come on.
It's fine, Gothos. Everyone, I guess, go ahead and make wisdom saving throws. It includes everyone except for like these 20 people.
These 20 people.
Oh, so this is actually the scale then?
I'm going to make it a scale. It's
Oh.
too annoying not to.
You gotta beat 16. 16 is my spell save DC.
Oh,
So now I'm afraid during battle?
You just can't.
Why?
You just can't attack Gothos. If you
Because you
do,
murdered a bunch of goblins.
But
Well, it also means we can't get voluntarily closer, right?
Yep.
you can't get closer in the direction of
attacking the other.
Gothos. If you try to attack Gothos, you would have disadvantage. You can still attack the goblins if they're next to you, within the range.
You have disadvantage on all attacks while I'm in your sight line.
Yep.
And you can't move closer to me.
We always attack anything that attacks us.
But God does attack first, so how does this work?
And when I frighten everyone, I will shout and try to convince, like, alright, that's enough of this. Everyone calm down.
Rail, Nom Nom, and Slash all passed. The entire menagerie of other NPCs failed because they rolled a 3.
What was the
Goblins?
DC?
16.
Mm-hmm.
And 8. And the goblins are also frightened. With a modifier of -2. Anything else, Gothos?
Yeah, I just want to shout for everyone to cease this. Yeah, cease this mindless violence.
Okay. When you go to shout that, Brack just looks towards you after killing that entire group. Kobo, here you go.
Alrighty. Kobo's not actually going to say anything. He is going to very cautiously walk over this way. Kind of sighing as he goes. Comes over here. He's going to pull that weird broken off knife thing out of wire.
Go ahead and make a medicine check. You just don't pull out shrapnel, Kobo.
Yeah, no. I know you
Doesn't
don't
take-
just grab and rip. I gotta do it careful.
Oh yeah. Thankfully enough, DC to beat was 15, so it was pretty hard to do. Are able to extract without causing any more damage.
And then I'm just gonna go ahead and tap her on the forehead, giving her a D8 hit points.
You take a stick, whack her in the head, and it heals her for some reason.
I said very gently tap.
Gently tap at her on the forehead. It heals her for some reason.
Levels in cleric.
She does thank you. Anything else, Kobo?
After healing wire, I'm gonna stand up and look at Gothos.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
Floor is yours, sir.
Boom.
I'm just stepping back.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the Shadow Blade dissipate.
Until it disappears. Alright. The goblin's next to Gothos, currently frightening him, and then states, "Oh, we can't confuse these guys! Quickly, kill the old people!" And then, oh wait, they would say the orphans. "Quickly, kill the orphans and let's get out of here!" Friends,
Are you
towards
fucking
the
kidding me?
orphans. They're
Can I
stupid,
leave?
Gothos.
They were near me. Can I have an attack of opportunity?
Sure can. But this is one group that has not... I think one person died.
God
One
damn
person
it.
got hit.
Uh,
They can move away from you, Gothos. That's the one thing they
I
can
know.
do.
I don't have advantage.
You do hit
Do
still,
I?
though. They have terrible AC.
Okay.
They just have a very large HP pool.
Person
Really?
back,
Well,
get
then
any shots
smite.
at 'em?
Smite!
Mine, smite!
This angers the goblin. So I'm gonna in fact juice it.
I'm assuming you can Divine
Uh,
Smite as a reaction. While in reaction turn. Pretty sure.
It's not
Yeah,
a
I'm-
reaction, so it's just a part of the attack.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, as a part of a reaction attack turn.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
So
no.
this is
I'm
the
just
regular
waiting for it.
divine smite
Yeah.
plus the juiced up.
Ba-ba-ba. You like kill one of the goblins and then actually you tell me if you kill one of the goblins, but you slash into one of the goblins and like poke another one in the butt.
Well, like yeah, let's say it's like an explosion of divine energy, concussive force.
Oh yeah, it's divine smite. What am I talking about? You slash into one of them and then it begins to ignite in white flame until turning into ash. And then you with the remaining force you just poke another one in the butt. That still happens.
Pointy shield.
Still able to go straight towards the elderly.
I give
Moving past
opportunity!
Bract. Yep.
But disadvantage because I'm frightened.
Oh yeah. 19 still
If
hits.
I wasn't frightened, it would have been a crit.
It's only disadvantage against Gothos.
Oh, I stole a crit from
Oh
you.
yeah.
No.
Bract, it would be 29.
It-
because
No,
you're not
it's
looking at Gothos.
disadvantage.
No. Within
Okay,
line
if
of
I'm not
sight.
in-
They're no longer within line of sight of you.
Okay.
Okay,
Bract would have to turn to attack them. Or else he'd
okay.
giving himself disadvantage if he doesn't look at them. Which would be weird.
Slash.
But it would also be giving the goblins disadvantage on killing these rando people.
No, they don't have to look at you either. They are moving away from you, Gothos. This is what you wanted.
All right, yes, yeah, all right.
You-
Okay, so
Yeah,
that is 36 points of damage then.
Alright, 36. Gothos is...
Although it does say line of sight, not that they can see it. I mean, if you think about the
14.
whole principal thing that there's a monster after you and you're running away from it and you're
22.
terrified, I could see where the frighten would still kick in because you know they can see you even if you can't see them.
I'm gonna
I
say
come
if they
from-
stop looking at you, they're still fine. If they can see you within any purview of their vision, disadvantage. That makes sense to me. We can debate this later. I'm gonna tell you right now, Bract killed the rest of them.
Yeah, you beheaded 3 goblins in one go. This
Yeah.
did not go the way I wanted.
The last 4 that did not manage to go down all bring out and spring in the air to attack the elderly. Brack, while just not looking towards Gothos, slashes in the air and bisects them all. And they all hit the ground before even striking.
What the fuck? Okay.
They're not moving. I just need to put the giant red X.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, that's their turn.
I'm sorry.
Other
sir,
goblins,
I'm
you see how
murdering
it goes when you run away? No? Alright.
Bet you run into
There's
Brack.
still like two left in this
Antidote and
group
his
right here.
team are currently frightened, so they don't do anything. Rail wants to see where this goes, and there's only 2 goblins left, so she doesn't care. And she thinks if they try to do something, it's easy enough to kill them. And Wire is thankful for Kobo, and since he didn't attack, she won't either. Same with Volt. They're not smart. Yeah, they're gonna do this. Fail!
Oh, fuck.
Giving everyone an attack of opportunity that's on the left side of the screen. So that's like
I already used mine.
32 attacks of opportunity.
1 million.
Alright, and they're going to use a dash action, so they are going to escape unless someone actually attacks them.
There are like
Alright,
30 people.
I love
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say
image
that
of
was
just
a-
this horrible massacre, and then there's just the rest of these people being like, well, he said not to do anything unless he signaled.
Eldith is going to listen to
these
Gothos
people-
because she more or less respects them. She doesn't like them, but she respects them. That's honestly
I
the
wonder
only one
if I
that
can actually.
would potentially attack. Go ahead, Kobo.
I wonder if I can actually cast a spell as I'm watching him run away. As I'm watching him run away, I would like to.
I think you need Warcaster to react with a spell.
True.
Okay.
Actually, I can fudge it. What kind of spell are you going to try to do?
Halt!
Is that
Save,
command?
save,
Or
please.
Yeah, that'd be
It is.
command. You can only get
you
one.
can
of
only
them.
do 1 target, so you might get like one
I
of the
can
goblins.
upcast it for multiples.
Oh yeah, that's true. There's only like 2 goblins here, so you
And I can spend 1 sorcery point and twin cast it if I wanted. But yeah, I can upcast it 1 level for multiples.
Alright, Dogma. It looks like
Look
your
at you, Mr.
The friend
Magic
condition
was
says while the
correct.
source of its fear is within the line of sight, does this mean you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks even if the source is invisible, but you have the clear line to its space? No, if you can't see something, it's not within your line of sight. Speaking of line of sight, the game uses the English meaning of the term, which has no special meaning in the rules.
That's from the Sage Advice Compendium, so basically official.
Well, what I heard a Dogma say there was a bunch of nothing. Like, it was so back and forth. Anyway.
Well, he was doing the part where it's asking the question. But yeah, basically the Sage Advice ruling is that if you cannot see something, it's not within your line of sight. So,
That- What I
You
said.
cannot frighten somebody and then
Yeah.
become invisible, basically.
Yeah. This
Yeah, but
changes
if you're frightened
nothing.
of something and then you close your eyes, are you not frightened of it anymore?
No,
Because you cannot
you're just
see.
being dumb. Gothos, we're not going into
Makes
semantics.
sense to me.
This changes nothing.
Yeah.
It just means that I was right.
yeah, that's the reason I was pointing. It was just that it's an official ruling that establishes this. I mean, I still think that their interpretation is kind of weird.
Oh, for sure.
But that's what the rule is. So.
Okay.
Either way,
I
these
don't
goblins are
mind either
barely.
way. I got a credit out of it, so
Uh,
now you saved some poor people because of your actions, so
okay, these 2 goblins begin to rush and bail out of here. Kobo, you cast command, or you're not going to?
Yeah, I go ahead and
Okay,
upcast 1
because
level.
effectively they're just running until they're away from you. So I'm going to say combat is over. So Kobo, you can just rush over towards them and try to cast command. Go ahead and tell me the save I need to do.
DC 18 Wisdom save.
Damn it. -2.
Damn it. Damn it. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
16 and 3. Yeah, they're just standing there. Combat is over.
And I just kind of gesture to Gothos. You still got 2.
I have 2 pairs of handcuffs. I
I
do.
remember giving those to you. Hey, I'm helpful
Yep.
all around.
But
Crack
are they
them up.
goblin sized?
I mean, I think we got them. I forget where we got them, but I'm pretty sure it was
We
in
got
the
them at the
Underdark.
island.
The island?
Yeah, remember the island with all the fungus that we had to run away from?
Mhm.
We found that
Yeah.
weird lady that was actually a demon. I found like 5 pair of handcuffs and I handed them out to the party.
Hmm.
Well, then, DM, are they good enough for gobos?
Yeah, they'll work on anyone, Gothos.
Okay.
Except
Just-
maybe fairies?
Sounds good.
You take your half
Okay,
guns,
chief.
restrain them. I want to assume like booms, you're near them, so you like take some rope and bind the body.
Oh, I'm nowhere near this. As far as
Okay.
I know, the fear thing's still up, so I'm not getting close.
That's fair.
I'll drop the fear now that they've been apprehended.
Okay, I need to change the music then.
Well, in that case, I am gonna go over to the goblin man and see what magic I saw on him.
Dead. No longer magical.
Ah, that's with all the magic. Okay.
He himself was casting magic to make himself look cooler. Unfortunately, he
Ah.
did not have magical items or like clothing or any of that. He's just showing off.
Okay. Well, that will teach him that to not make me take him seriously.
Yeah. When you like go and examine the body, he does like have 13 copper, 2 silver, and 1 gold. On his person, you do see a black dagger, which is better than the other, rusty blades that we're using. But that's about it. Oh, and a vial of what looks like toxic. It's hard to tell. It's like a green liquid inside of what appears to be a potion bottle.
Okay, 1 vial of vileness.
Whatever you want to title it.
Okay. And 1 black dagger.
The rest of the goblins, I'm going to say you check out. All have rusty blades. They do have a property, but they're only 1 use if they actually hit, because they break immediately. It's basically known as bloodied daggers, or blooded daggers. When you attack someone, it's a standard dagger attack, and it hits. The dagger itself breaks, but in addition to this, the person that currently has the shrapnel inside them must take, at the beginning of their turn, 1d6 points of damage. However, a medicine check of 15 can remove said shiv. I don't know why I wrote it as shiv, but I put down shiv.
Can these effects stack?
These effects do not stack.
Ah. Well, how many daggers of those are there?
Sounds like a pretty good thing for a
15.
rogue to have.
15. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the 15 daggers and I'm gonna give them to Toulouse.
All right, Brack, I want you to go ahead and roll acrobatics. Or, no, acrobatics.
Acrobatics? I'm not juggling them, but sure.
No, it's more or less not trying to accidentally... it's a lot of daggers, and you're trying not to poke yourself with them.
I have a dagger that's like infinite though.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but these ones do something special. You stab somebody with one and they just keep taking an extra d6 damage every round.
Well, technically, it's not
I,
something
I don't
special.
have disadvantage. Mea culpa. That is a 23, I think.
Nice.
What is
you,
the reroll crit today?
you don't accidentally stab yourself and accidentally put shrapnel in your body. Actually, 1 broke, so you have 14 technically, because 1 did get used. You come over towards Toulouse with 14 of the shrapnel daggers. Toulouse, it's not to say these aren't good, but you can use these as your secondary strike. And if they do hit, you lose them anyway, so that doesn't matter. But the effect of bleed damage is the property.
All right, let me write it down.
But basically,
14.
you can apply drop damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14 rust daggers.
14 rust daggers. Nice. And what do they do? I'm sorry, they do
They do the standard dagger damage, but Afterwards, they break and then do an additional 1d6 until the shrapnel is removed with a medicine check of 15.
1d6.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank
That
you.
damage is always nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are bad weapons, but they have a good effect. As in medically. Gothos, you corral these last two. In Goblin, which Toulouse and Gothos are the only one able to understand this, other than Slash, but she's not saying anything. One of the Goblins looks towards you. Look, I don't know what you want. We don't have money.
Jeez.
We don't have cheese either.
I'm trying to remember the name of that goblin hunter.
One of the other goblins does say, look, man, all we were trying to do is kill some people. You know how goblin, you're a goblin too. You know how we do things. That's why you killed our boss, right? You wanted to take over? Yeah, we'll follow you. We'll kill these people for you.
No, that's very much not okay.
No, not
You guys
these people.
actually
Sure,
like-
we'll kill children for you. That's fine. We can go into town and kill them.
Yeah, I really hope this is just the whole Magoobliet influence thing. Listen, would anybody here be opposed to sending 4 or 5 of these adventurer guys back to Gauntled Grim with instructions to give these goblins over to a certain... I forget the name of the goblin hunter.
You can just call her the Goblin Chief.
Yeah, the goblin chief, and see if she has anything to do with them.
Well, as long as they're
Are
magical,
you
do you really need more than one person?
Kobo, shut up.
Okay.
It's better for me. But no,
Yeah.
honestly, Kobo, you're fine. Honestly,
Yeah.
you probably only need 1, maybe 2, depending on how much you consider these 2 goblins dangerous.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you
5.
okay? Yeah, you're following me now, and your next thing, your job now is to follow these 2 guys back to, or up to 5 if the DM wants to get rid of an NPC group.
You can name
And
how many
you're gonna-
you want. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just messing around.
Yes,
I kind of
that's
was
not
thinking
back
that'd
to
be convenient
tugs.
for you.
That's not back to tugs. Those are the only ones we need to pay. Right?
Sorry, what was that?
Let's send back the tugs of
Send
because
back
those
their
are the only ones.
tongues.
No, the tugs. The ones
Thugs?
from the sassy underground group that we actually have to pay.
Oh, the antidote says the Zentarum or whatever they're called.
We can always
Z's?
send Eldith. She'll be capable by herself. Of
I mean, we
those
still
things.
need them to go to, the town, but sure, we can send our guides up there.
Yeah, no, we don't need to send the guides, do we? I mean, these guys.
No.
We all came down.
See,
We all know the way
we can
back.
send Eldith. I mean, by her.
That was a joke.
She's more than
Uh,
capable of
Looks towards
escorting 2 goblins in manacles.
looks towards Kobo. No, I'm fine here.
Just the slowest head turn.
Mm,
I'm gonna walk over to Gothos and just quietly, sort of whisper to him. It's like, can you be sure that there aren't going to be any accidents as they go back? They might be safer with us, as counterintuitive as that may be.
No, we'll just send them with mercenaries and say if the goblins die, then they get fined or something.
They are honor bound, except for the bad guys, to listen to you.
Yeah, no, I want to see if this works. I really invested in this whole day. It's not gone the way I wanted. Give me one little win.
One of the shield guardians looks towards you. One of the dwarf shield guardians, I forget what they're actually called. Look, we can take these goblins up there for you if you want. We just need the location of the town. It's just going to take us about a month to get up there. Oh, actually, since
Yeah,
we know
so-
the way now and we don't have to follow the pace of these gentlemen, looks towards the Z team, we can probably get up there just fine. Probably less than a month.
It only took us 22 days to get to this point with them.
I mean, we were being careful. With so many people, we have to be slow, or else we get spotted immediately. With so few in our regiment, we don't really have to be so slowly paced, if you would.
Yeah, but my point is that a month is not faster than 22 days.
Less than a month.
I said less than the month.
Unless you're talking round trip. In which case, fair enough.
The shield guardian just looks towards you. Honestly, which is a measurement of time. We did obviously get here less than a month. I was just implying let's round it up to a month. It's fine. We can say 22 days. It would take us 22 days to get up there, but obviously since we're a smaller regiment now, we don't have to be as stealthy, so we can get up there within less time. Sorry for the misunderstanding.
Nothing to apologize for.
All right.
Hey, that sounds good to me. You goblins, hey, you said you'd follow my orders? You follow these dwarven guys up at the top, and then
Kill them?
No, definitely not that. You're going to be in a dwarven city. That's a bad idea.
And then help them murder the dwarven city?
Also, no, you're going to meet a chieftain of
Her name's
the
Chieftain
Goblin
Mary.
City. Chieftain Mary.
And then murder this goblin city? Are there a other tribe?
Well, you're going to do you're not going to murder anyone along the way. That's very important. If you do that, I'll come and murder you. It's a whole thing. But you're going to talk to this Chieftain Mary and you're going to do what she says. All right?
And then help her murder people?
I mean, I guess you'll find out.
Okay. Sure. All right. Who do you send with them? Do you mean send the entire group or just like one or two people?
Eldeath.
I'm
Liz
fine
is
here.
not gonna go.
Declined.
We're not going to send the whole group of shield dwarves. I thought we
No.
could like send some mercenaries or whatever.
You can send like one or two people from different groups.
We shall send one person from every group and reduce the number of tokens by 0. No.
Yeah.
I know.
Still 5
maybe-
people for 2 goblins. Bit of overkill.
To be fair, I think the goblins are better off with us. More tokens for Dogma to entertain.
Curse word you.
Mea culpa, mea culpa.
It's fine. I'm gonna say you guys can send like 3 people, and that'd probably do it. 2 people to watch each goblin, and 1 to make sure they have their eyes open for any dangers. That would make the most sense if you're trying to be careful and make sure people survive.
Sounds good.
Oh, we sent 3. 1 to watch 2 to watch the goblins, and 1 to watch the road.
One shield dwarf, because that'll make their whole thing legit, because otherwise they'll be like, what the fuck are you doing back here?
Mhm.
And then I kind of forget the rest of everybody else.
That's fine. I got him. You
Who are the
send
least trustworthy?
you send 1 veteran of the gauntlet, 2 Emerald Enclave scouts, which is fine. They begin to move forwards. You give them the information on where to find the city. Once that is tracked out, the 3 people look towards you. All right then. It'll take about less than a month. Looks towards you, Boom. For confirmation.
Yes.
All right, I nod silently.
All right. To get up there, so we'll be back in here in maybe 15 days. Don't get yourselves killed.
Yes, same goes for you.
The goblins begin to make a trail behind them. Until they're gone. And then that token 10 can still be used because there's still enough people to remain. Nothing's changed. Yay!
All right. I walk up to Gothos as the group leaves. And it's like, well, I hope you're right about them because I don't think any of their math skills were working out there. A smaller, more vulnerable group with captives and children, and they think they can move faster?
You never mentioned anything about the elderly. The elderly are still there.
Well, of course, they had to go.
This
Oh,
is
they had to
true.
go with them.
Let's interview them before we send everyone off.
Okay.
By the-
You never
by the
mentioned
way-
the elderly, by the way, which is why I thought that's what you were just doing, is sending the goblins out. It's different if you're going to send the elderly with them. Sorry, Boom. Since I don't
Listen,
have object
Gothos
permanence,
saved
so
their
I only go
lives
with what you
and-
have given me.
Oh,
Gothos saved their lives, and then they just completely left his mind. It's like stupid cowering. No.
what? That-
Must be that goblin stereotype kicking in briefly.
Yeah.
Who cares about the weak?
You go over to the elderly before the goblin and the three people come over. You just basically state, "Hey, aren't we forgetting the old people?" Gothos slaps his forehead. "Oh yeah." Go over towards the elderly. You see two dwarves. Hard to tell if they're elderly. They have very big beards, but honestly, hard to tell. And then a elderly halfling. In Dwarvish, you do hear someone speak, and then simply state, "Do you speak Dwarven?"
Yes.
Then begin to communicate what has happened. Apparently, they were a regiment of people that were trying to explore further down, with their well, unfortunately, their kids died, but their kids were like 40. So they did have lives. They weren't children, but you know, they unfortunately did die. They took out. I forgot they killed that many people. They did take out 18 goblins before they died, though. And then these three were going to be sacrificed to, well, the fake spider god that they basically worship currently, along with, obviously, the goblin god, but still worshipped. Right now, they were on more or less 2 weeks travel to get to this point, as they need to get to Menzel Darren. I could be pronouncing that wrong. Mental Dareth. Mantol Dareth. Whatever. They were going to go to that town, but, you know, they saw you, not chieftain, but the goblin leader more or less wanted to continue to show off since he was the new leader and got these cool new powers. Was going to look for a ceremonial blade until he came across you guys, and you know the rest of the story there. They say this all in Dwarven, so if you speak Dwarven, you understand this. Sleuth, you understand this immediately. Since you have all knowledge.
Yeah. So do I,
Oh,
because
I
I speak Dwarven.
Yeah, Brack, they're speaking towards you, but anyone else that can, you know, hear, can hear this.
You're telling this while I am just listening to them as I'm breaking the jaw of every single goblin we have killed.
Yeah, unfortunately, these are still bad dudes.
It seems very unnecessary. They don't know it. Why are you doing that, Brecht?
You ever heard of the Speak Undead spell?
I mean, I guess like in passing, but also, Brecht, they're gonna know that we were here because there's a bunch of dead goblins.
Sure, they would know it is us.
I mean, they're gonna know it's us. We're going to them. We're in between the enemy and crack, and them.
One of the Z team does state, they will know someone was here, but they don't necessarily know it was us.
As I point over to that very bright and esteemed person.
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
just
but-
making sure they don't know it is us.
I suppose that would work if giving them different type of injuries. It wouldn't necessarily mean that they died from the blade, rather they died from blunt force trauma or something of that nature. More
I
or
don't know.
less, that does make sense to make sure you cover your tracks, but at the exact same time, you could just burn the bodies.
Well, okay. Here's a question.
Okay.
How long has it been through the day?
This day, it's around noonish.
Noonish. How about a little compromise here? I get what Bract is worried about, and I understand your concern as well, Gothos.
Okay, this little thing about talk to undead works on skeletons, right?
Yeah.
So missing bits that make you vocalize don't necessarily prevent the spell from working.
So my idea kind of covers that. If you're willing to basically call it a short day and give me time to rest for the night, or maybe if we have somebody else in the group with an appropriate spell, we can
So-
go ahead and arrange for for last rites for these goblins, cremation for all of them, and basically send them off in a more respectful fashion than smashing their bones.
Yes.
Is that acceptable?
I was gonna say, it doesn't actually bring the soul back to the corpse, but it does have to have a mouth. So
Yeah.
technically, smashing the jaw or cutting the jaw off will make it
Mhm.
talkable.
Unable to speak. Yeah. What we got?
Yeah.
Well, turning it into a pile of ash will do that too, and maybe be less likely to.
One of the Z team
No.
also states, normal fire will do that.
Normal.
Just true. Just given the circumstances we're in, I wasn't sure how many combustibles we have. Whereas if we rest, I can go ahead and prepare, create bonfire.
Another one of the
and,
spies just takes out like 5 torches, a tinderbox, and like some wood that they carry. We doing this? Or are you gonna
Right.
go all religious? It's fine either way. Saves me the trouble.
Pile with the wake in it. And the thermal box.
Brack, you also have your Molotov cocktails, technically.
Yes, I do.
Boom, you can definitely
Gothos,
do
is
that. If you want to, you can definitely take the day. Arrange for a bigger team to take the elderly there as well. Which honestly would be maybe 8 people. Like the elderly can move, they're just older. But shorter.
And the elderly can't go with the same 3 people that are taking the goblins.
I mean, they can. That's not an issue. I mean, I suppose it's still traumatic, but they'll be safe.
And we did talk to those people for like 2 seconds and then forgot all about them.
Yeah, including the DM. But yeah, sending the elderly, the goblins, and 8 NPCs should suffice. Unless, Boom, you actually know how much is needed, because I honestly don't know. I'm taking a guess here.
Wait, how much is needed for what? To actually get them back to the surface?
Yeah.
Theoretically,
that I don't know.
one is needed to. Theoretically,
22
only one is
days.
needed to get him back to the surface as a guide. But since we already sent 3 people, and
I'm gonna say they're still here
goblins
until
are in manacles.
you decide.
I mean, they're already in chains. Theoretically, one person
Can we just
can
make
kind
it
of
easy
open
on
them.
you and send a full 5er group?
Oh,
Alright.
see, I was trying to keep all 5 groups just
Just to mess with them.
Yeah, you send a couple more people, but enough people that one of the groups, while still there, enough people leave that an NPC battalion of 5
we,
is gone.
we still have a showing of each of the.
Yeah,
5
you still have a
groups.
showing. Just I need to get rid of PCs. NPCs, sorry. I'm not going to murder any PC just yet. An entire
So
battalion
just
heads
for
out.
funsies,
What's up?
1 dwarven shield, whatever, so they trust us, and then like 4
Mhm.
whoever else is, and just make up the group. Yeah.
Yeah. Sending them out. I'm going to say like one of each of them. It's a 5.
Wow.
Sending them
Now
out.
we're a mixed unit. We're bonding.
The
Yes,
elderly,
and
the 2 goblins begin to make a long journey up. Eventually they'll get there, but that's their own story to tell.
Oh no.
You can have the day, make sure you will take back any HP you lost, and any spells you've used. Looking at you, Gobo. And boom, you can definitely give them last burial rites.
All right.
I think
Yeah, I'm
Nom
not
Nom can also
convinced
help you on
five-
that.
Oh, that is he actually a cleric?
Yeah, he's
Nom
an
Nom
actual
is.
cleric-y cleric.
Okay, yeah. So he'll
It's
probably
Gothos
be
who's a
better
paladin who's like,
Okay.
yeah, I've seen this before, but I don't really. Definitely not going to consecrate them to Magoubliet. I'll tell you that right now. That's just you don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all too familiar with expedient funerals out on the battlefield. But yeah, if somebody can do the rites more properly, I'll just offer the cremation services. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, there's no way 5 torches are going to go ahead and get rid of all these bodies in any way that's going to result in more than burnt clothes and charred corpses, which I don't think is going to be too appealing either.
Well, that's why we have 2 vials of oil.
Yeah,
And a
I
game.
think you're
That's not
still
actually enough
underestimating
either,
the
yeah,
combustibility of the
of
fallen.
corpses.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fallen are still 85% water, so it's hard to
So
burn a body.
yeah,
Needs
how
lots
about
of source?
everybody take a break then? Nom Nom and I can go ahead and start preparing. And Gothos, if you want to oversee this, I don't know if there's any particular customs or rituals you would prefer.
Yeah, I'm probably going to maybe try and consecrate them to Timora, get them into a better afterlife. We'll see how that works out.
That's breaking
So-
in.
Sounds like a gamble to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
So basically, my goal with Nom Nom then will be to basically away from the main group. In fact, probably preferably out of line of sight. Will probably be to kind of line them up in 1 or more rows, and then just kind of lay them maybe with arms crossed, across their chests. Kind of like the way you might place somebody if you were going to put them in a casket.
Mhm.
And then the next morning, once I've managed to switch out. I'll probably switch out prestidigitation for create bonfire, and then I'll go ahead and use that because that way I can sustain a powerful flame for as long as it takes to burn each one.
While you begin to process and make sure all this is said and done, your team more or less rests, takes their time to recover and relax. Gothos, you try to more or less interject their afterlife into a different plane of existence that they were going to go. Boom, go ahead and roll religion with advantage because Nom Nom is helping you. And Gothos, go ahead and roll religion with disadvantage because you're trying to steal souls.
Yeah. Is there anything I can do pre-process to this, like put coins on their eyes? Because coins is a symbol of Timora.
Yeah.
That kind of a thing to like help me out.
Yeah, definitely. While you're
Okay.
preparing coins on eyes, making sure that they have enough cash to pay the tollman. Boom, you do everything right. Everything seems to be in order, and you are able to create enough of an understanding with the religion you do not know to give them last burial rites. Gothos trying to interject. Go ahead and roll.
Disadvantage. Religion.
Oh, damn.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good. Honestly, the DC to beat was 16.
Woohoo.
Nice.
Take that.
Something might
Magoubliet.
happen in Timora's thing, but that's not what you're worried about. But they are going there. Boom, giving them the last funeral rites. You begin to see a vision of not here, but anyone
My
that's
last
participating in this.
funeral-
Boom, Nom Nom, Gothos. Anyone else joining in them? joining them.
In my last like eulogy or whatever, just be like the Full Metal Jacket like drill sergeant like screaming at it, like, "All right, you maggots, you're going to a different realm than you're used to, and it's gonna be better than you thought."
Yeah. As you begin to finish the last eulogy, those more or less joining in on this entire thing begin to see a vision in your mind of various spirits going and removing from their mortal coil. As you see them currently like going into a pit of flame and flesh, as if a darkness is about to consume them. Some of them are beginning to cheer, hoot, and holler, and then you see a different portal just ascend from above them, casting
Yoink.
gold, glimmering light, and then a giant filigreed hand of silver, platinum, and gold just grabs onto them, begin to shout as if going to heaven is going to be a problem, and then they get ripped into Timora's plane of the afterlife.
No.
The last thing you hear is the more or less leader, MR, just shouting, "No, no, I want to go back! I want to go back!" And then nothing. Their spirits are no longer within reach.
Take that, Mugubliet. Also, haha, Tamora, gambling and also adventure. So I think everyone in the afterlife is gonna love this.
Can a
They're gonna be
soul
like, "I
die
haven't seen
twice?"
goblins in forever." You guys want to get slaughtered, or oh, you angry? You're an angry little guy.
Yeah.
You're gonna love that.
Afterwards, I step up to Gothos and then put my hand on his shoulder and like, "I'm not quite sure what just happened, but I want you to know that I did all that because I respect you and totally not because you scared the stuffing out of me yesterday."
Oh, I thank you. Yeah. Sometimes people underestimate the little guys, but we show them otherwise.
Well, I will say, I've done more than my fair share of sending the fallen on their way after a fight. That is by far the most unusual experience I've ever had along those lines.
Yeah, well, usually when you send people off, it's a more like personal experience, but we didn't know any of them. But yeah, thanks for doing it. I really hope nothing like smells all that in the Underdark and comes and tries to kill. We should probably leave.
Yes. Finally something sensible.
Yeah.
As you begin to make way outside of, well, let's just call it the problem area. What remains with the Z team now having to mix with other company because they are not giving a choice due to regiment, more or less numbers. You begin to make way. What?
I was gonna say it's called integration, maggots.
As you begin to make way towards Monteldareth, it does take a remainder of the day, so you once again recharge, relax, get new spells or whatever you need to do until you arrive early morning the next day. As you arrive, you do see what appears to be a giant catacomb of various pillars going into the sky and other things just protruding and moving about. You don't see a lot of people in the town, but you do see enough that it is considered a town. While you are going into it, you do see what appears to be a menagerie of drow, Duragar, humans, and I'm going to butcher this name, Siverfinblen.
Mm-hmm. The deep gnomes.
Yeah, I'm just going to call them deep gnomes. And the deep gnomes. As you enter inside, you do see private guards moving about here and there, as each of them do have different symbols around them, so it doesn't seem to be I'd just call it city guard, more like they get paid to make sure that their group, or whatever their group is, is safe. As you come inside, you do hear one of the Z team look towards you guys. All right, this place is basically a place of trade, commerce, and the like. Don't cause any trouble, and whatever you do when you begin to go and move around with the merchantry, well, there are a few things you should not do. Should I tell you, or do you understand what I mean?
I want to
Loops?
hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. What should I not do?
All right. Normally in life in Montedareth, it's regulated by 3 simple covenants. No stealing of goods from fellow merchants, no disguising of goods by any means, and no use of magic during negotiations and haggling. The punishment for breaking any of these covenants is equally straightforward. The violator is wrapped up in chains, tossed into the dark lake.
Just so we're like
Death.
100% clear on this one, what if, say, I was wearing an item of clothing or like a gem that made me look real good and make you think better of me? Is that magic during negotiations?
If they detect magic on you, you remove it. And if they detect magic on you again and it's still there, lake wrapped up, thrown in there. Although it has been a while since we've been here, so I don't know.
What if they just never bother to detect magic on you?
I mean, that might work, but maybe. Merchants are pretty good with this kind of thing.
Okay. That's good info. Thanks for that.
Right. All right. As you head inside, you do see, as you enter into a secret entrance, because, Montedareth is hidden behind 10-foot square secret door cavern in assembled walls of natural stone. A creature within 5 feet of the secret door can make a wisdom perception check, but obviously, you know the way, so you can easily find it. As you arrive towards it, you do see a symbol pattern on the doorway itself, but since you have the guides, you begin to see them move the pattern until it eventually begins to open and crack open.
I just love the idea. It's like you come to a puzzle. We're like, lackey?
Yeah. As you begin to move forwards, a strange force begins to emanate around you as if you're beginning to suffocate. But once again, the Z team basically puzzle, solve. They kind of set this up already. And nothing happens. They begin to look behind them, and another member of the Z team basically states, all right, if you came here without us and found this thing, you would have been crushed by, well, 10d10 points of force damage around you. And then probably into a big mush ball of meat. Wouldn't recommend it. All right.
It would have been fine.
All right.
Well, for somebody who's not vegan. Meatloaf all around.
As you enter inside, you begin to see a whole menagerie of people walking about here and there, and, well, a member of the Z team. Man, they are the only ones that technically know this place, so why send anyone else? Does state, is there anywhere where you want to go right now, or should we, go around and meet some of the more impressive people, the VIPs, so to say?
Out of game. The library is in this town or out of this town?
It is outside of this town, but you're going here to find their contact to find it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Another member basically states, there are a few people we can make contact and find here. There is Zlatis Vadir, the High Elf Druid of the Emerald Enclave. There is... Zulkin Q Leptin, Drow Mage, and Kleptomaniac, so watch your pockets.
Please tell me everyone in the Z team has a Z name.
They do now. Yantha, Roxrock. You know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste these. But I'm still gonna say this. Yantha Rock without the voice. Yantha Rock. Deep Gnome Mage and leader of the Stoneheart Enclave. There's also their apprentice, Flink Thunderbonk.
Please tell me
Gabble.
that Groklock has no relation to GR that we just sent to
No.
the better place.
Technically, their name is Yantha Coxrock. Isn't it?
Coxrock. Right.
COAXROCK.
Oh, those are really painful to pass.
That's yeah.
Those are very punnable.
Gabbled
Very
Drip Skillet. Deep Gnome Chief Negotiator.
Right after Coxrocks, you can't tell us someone's name Drip something.
Gulder Flagon Fist. Duragar and Chief Negotiator from Glaxstolf.
No, dribble dick in there too.
Sarak Mazalor, Drow and Chief Negotiator from Manzo Berenzen.
Oh, they got a Drow, do they?
Another. I'm going to say Zach from the Z team. Yes, we mentioned this a while ago. Gazim Dulok, which would be our contact. Which I don't know where they're at, but we can try finding them. And that's it, because the other ones are NPCs you technically I should not know about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna take me a quick second to screenshot these guys. Talk amongst yourselves. So you have the Emerald Enclave, the Drow Enclave, the Deep Gnome Enclave. Yeah. Where do you want to go?
So all these are just like I don't know, like shit, did I miss the beat? Like why would we visit any of these people?
They are the VIPs in town, so they might have good information.
Okay. Yeah, I mean anybody's guess is as good as mine.
There was a Deep Gnome Enclave, correct?
Don't we need to be looking around for somebody's friend?
Friend.
Yeah. When we made the deal, we were able to get like the thief people, the thief group, to help us as long as we would help locate a friend of theirs.
That was not this thief group.
Or whichever group it was.
The thieves, we offer 10% of our gross national income.
What was our other groups? Because one of them didn't want money; they just wanted us to find their friend.
It was the hoity-toity elf dude.
Yeah, that guy. So aren't we supposed to ask, whatever that guy's name was, if anybody remembers?
Wasn't he with us?
No, he's
no.
lost. We were supposed to come down here to find him.
No, I mean the guy that we're looking for his friend. I thought he came with us.
I think so, yeah.
Did I write that down?
He comes out, steps forwards. I'm not gonna look for his token right now. He does state that'd be correct, and I also mentioned that it was supposed to be kept secret as he was spying down here, but sure. Heavy sigh.
To us as a group. It's not like I was announcing it to everybody.
Dwarven Guards, Z team, other teams, the lizard mounds you're riding all look at you. We're all
Listen,
here.
pal. Listen, pal. You're pretty high ranked. You should know that the only way that 3 people can keep a secret is if 2 of them are dead. So you told it to too many people. Now it's just a rescue mission.
Sure,
Well, if there's
whatever. They are here from what I can tell, but I do not know where they're at, which is the problem. Their
Well, if
name
there's a
is
deep
Rasta Zav, if you want to know. Boom, you were saying something.
Rasta Zao.
Rasta Zav. And copy and paste.
Zao.
Ba, 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 ba.
Anyway, I was gonna say if there's a deep gnome enclave, maybe we could start there. Just mainly because, as far as I can tell, the deep gnomes are probably the least hostile we've encountered so
Okay.
far.
They're the most racist, though. Well, xenophobic,
What?
really.
What? They are more xenophobic and racist than Drow? How?
Well, technically, no. What they were is the most communal place that they were able to move around and visit. When they were with the
accept
Drow,
all
they were
races into their community as slaves.
more or less they were the ones that they were able to move around and understand their culture, while the Drow had just put them in prison. So they weren't able to fully grasp the concept of the Drow. That being said, though, no. Definitely the Drow are worse. But do you head over towards the Deep Gnomes? I'm assuming.
Sounds good. The severe
Sure.
oblivion. The Earthblian. Sounds like you're trying to say the name backwards.
Yep.
The Earthblian.
Yeah.
All right.
Inka Dinka Durgan.
As the Z team heads and makes way towards the Stone Cave Enclave. Wait, is it the Stone Cave Enclave? Probably wrong. The Stoneheart Enclave. Oh wow, it's pretty close. You make your way towards the main cave entrance. The trench bisects an enormous cave with a 30-foot high ceiling supported by natural form stone. Columns continuing flame spells cast on stone. Lampposts reflect all crystals embedded in the walls and ceiling, illuminating a myriad fountains, waterfalls, streams, and pools. Water drips from the stalactites into leather tarps, covering clusters of merchant stalls west and east of the trench. Beyond these marketplaces are well-tended gardens of mold, fungi, crystal walkways, and stone bridges. The tranquil beauty of Montaldareth is undone by sounds of combat to the northeast, where you hear the thunderous boom of metal against stone and see packs of deep gnomes running from 8-foot-tall Duragar. And with that, we'll find out what exactly is going on in this city of merchants as we end the session for today.